Kaushal, why did you join the gym?
Just because I was skinny before and people used to bully me in school. So I thought like building muscles.
But why the gym? You could have done anything else. You could have done some calisthenics. You could have played some sports. Why the gym?
To get on that muscles a little faster.
When you joined the gym, what did you do? Let's break it down into your first 2 years. What did you do in, let's say, in your first year?
First
As far
year,
as training is concerned.
I had zero knowledge about the workouts and all. So I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos.
And then did you follow any particular program?
No.
So you came every day and you learned something different?
Yeah.
Or you did something different?
Yeah, new exercise, but just the basic exercise.
And what about your second day? What did you do?
I just tried to put on some weights on the machine.
So you tried to increase the weights
increase
progressively.
Progressively.
And did you have any specific program in your second
No.
year? So you just stuck to the basics?
Yeah.
And then you tried to progressively increase the weight you were moving?
Yeah.
Anything with your diet to this time, in the first 2 years?
First year, my diet was really good.
Meaning, what were you, more or less, what was a meal in one
Whole
day?
Whole day diet, I would say like morning oats, then like 10 level, 2 sweet potatoes, then lunch, which was cooked at home, then pre-workout, 4 to 6 brown bread with peanut butter, then post, 4 eggs, then last meal, dinner.
Were you tracking your meals?
No.
You were not tracking your meals. So what is the starting body weight?
55, I guess.
And you must have been shorter also because you started young.
Yeah.
You remember your height?
No, I didn't.
And what was your weight after that? Let's say in 3 years' time.
3 years' time. 85.
So you put on a good 30 kilos.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Through this time when you were training in your first couple of years again, did you track your progress? Did you track your body weight? Did you track your weights?
No.
So, but all you knew is that you had to do better than last time,
Yeah.
is it? So through this time, how did you know that you were on the right path? How did you know that you were doing something right and you were not wrong?
I've seen the physics changes in my physics changes.
Okay.
Yeah. My body was growing.
Okay.
So I was feeling better.
Okay.
Better sleep, better, everything.
So basically you could see visible changes probably on the mirror, and at the same time you were feeling better and healthier.
Yeah.
Any kind of supplements you have used during this time?
Whey protein, creatine,
Okay.
multivitamin, fish oil.
Okay.
Yeah. Well done. Only 4.
One thing I have to ask.
Yeah.
Any of the secret sauce?
No.
No secret sauce.
No secret.
So if someone is just joining the gym, in short, what would be your advice?
Advise, stick to the basics. Don't do complement workouts like.
You mean don't go program hopping? Stick to the basics and
Yeah.
don't go program hopping.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
And biggest of all, patience
Patience, yeah.
and consistency.
Consistency.
Right?
Yeah.
In short, stick to the basic movements and practice them. Don't go looking for fixes and shortcuts. And above all, patience and consistency. Kaushal has put on 30 kgs through 3 years of training. It has taken him 3 years after all. So therefore, patience. And what the hell is consistency? Consistency is the ability to do things even when you don't feel like it, or you are busy or not feeling 100%. This applies to your training and your nutrition as well. After all you're doing is providing yourself with a stimulus and then providing your body with the nutrition to grow. You cannot build something from thin air, right? Kaushal through his training years has ensured that he provided himself a sustained caloric surplus. As for the basic movements, I'll link you to a video down below which I had done earlier to help you get started. Add a few isolations to those basic movements once you master the fundamentals to have a well-rounded training program. The key here though is not to change and swap exercises all the time. Stick to the plan for an extended period of time. The only reasons you should be swapping your exercises is if you have been doing the same for a few months, feel a niggle with a particular movement, or are plain bored of it. I, however, would personally do a few more things starting out. But before we get to them, let's break down Kaushal. Kaushal started at 55 kilos at the age of 16. However, he was 5 foot 11 in height. In the 3 years of his training, he has gone through a growth spurt where he has grown 4 inches in height. That means his bones not only have grown in length but also in thickness. So a significant amount of his body weight has come from the increase in bone density. In addition, Kaushal has also put on some body fat. So you yourself cannot be ab focused if you want to make progress. All things considered though, we can rest assured that you may not make the same progress as Kaushal because of one simple reason. Genetics. I consider Kaushal to have elite genetics for muscle building as an Indian. I personally judge good muscle building genetics by a few metrics. More often than not, you'd know this even before you start your first training session, especially if you are past your teens. You can also easily check some things for yourself. Do you seem to have a long pencil neck? Or is it shorter and thicker? The latter would mean that you have great potential. Next, have a look at your wrist. A wrist size of more than 6 inches also indicates more muscle building potential. There is also this test I like to do. Basically a jump test. You stand with your hands on the hips and jump as high as possible, and then we are going to measure it. Kaushal, who do you think is going to win? Just knows he's going to win. Measuring the height in the most rudimentary fashion, and I get an embarrassing 21 centimeters. I'd consider that you have pretty good potential at anything over 28 centimeters for this test. And sure enough, Kaushal wins with a height of 31 centimeters. That said, you'd never know your muscular potential until you really start training. Would you, looking at this guy at the before, think that he has great muscle genetics? Most people's genetic traits lie somewhere in the middle of a bell curve. The one guarantee is that wherever you are on the curve, you will achieve a physique you never thought possible with consistent training and nutrition. This now is exactly how I would optimize my training and nutrition. Training first. Pick a few basic lifts. Master form. Then every time you hit the exercise, try to improve. Try to get one extra rep with your top set. Once you hit a rep goal, this could be anywhere between 10 to 16 reps. Increase weight and continue the process. Focus on mastering the load. Of course, this is not always going to be possible once you move from the beginner phase. However, you should at least try. And track. Track your weights and reps. I prefer to use an app like FitNotes on Android, which is free. For iOS, try Strong. Tracking enables you to see the bigger picture and take informed decisions in the future based on stats and not emotions. An emotional decision is almost always not the right one. Track also your body weight. After your morning poop, stand without your clothes on a digital weighing scale. Record this weight. You want as many weigh-ins as possible. Ideally at least 4 or 5 a week. The body weight will fluctuate on a daily basis. What you want to check is trends over time. Also track more or less your food habits for a couple of weeks. You need not use an app. Just log more or less what you ate. You will realize that your meals more or less remain similar. If your body weight is stable for a month, increase food quantity by a little. You could choose to increase portion sizes or increase a particular food. Maybe a handful of peanuts, a tablespoon of peanut butter, or maybe a protein shake. You want to ideally target around 1 kilo of weight gain a month. Body weight not increasing? Eat more. Continue this process until you increase about 5 or 6 kilos of body weight. Then it is time for a cleanup job. It is inevitable that in a caloric surplus along with muscle, you are going to put on a little bit of body fat as well. Spend about a month or reduce a couple of kilos, whichever comes first, aggressively cutting weight, meaning eating less. Then repeat the process again. Just remember, you'd want to spend majority of the year gaining weight and not losing weight. To summarize, train the basics, increasing intensity progressively. Eat progressively more. Cut fast. Rinse repeat while tracking. And yes, patience and consistency.